it's obvious that you don't want to be here. So go ahead, click the exit button, go to some other video, and just leave here altogether. You're still here. Okay? So it's obvious that you're here because there's something that you think you're gonna get from this interaction. But maybe I don't feel like giving it to you. Maybe I just feel like, kind of getting up and walking away and not really giving it to you. But maybe there's something that I have to get out of this situation. Well, to be quite honest, there's a lot that I get out of this situation. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy sharing with you. But I'm trying to illustrate a point. You're here for a reason, watching me blabber onto a camera, right? And I'm here blabbing onto a camera so that you can watch. So you can watch it, so you can get something out of it. There's an interaction. But occasionally we find ourselves in situations and scenarios where we question, what is it that I'm really getting out of this? Why am I engaging with this scenario? Why am I here with this person? Why am I in this moment of time interacting with the situation that I'm interacting with, connecting with people that I really don't feel like they're people that I want to be connecting with at this particular moment in time? Don't worry, that doesn't mean you. I enjoy interacting with you, and I mean that sincerely. But occasionally we find ourselves in positions where we're interacting with people that we don't really want to interact with. Yet we find ourselves, just like you might have found yourself at the beginning of this video when you weren't really certain if you wanted to stay here. You couldn't click the exit button. You felt, all right, well, I kind of have to stay here. And that's the type of scenario that you find yourself in some area of your life. You're engaging with a particular situation. You'd rather not have to be engaging with it. There's likely another person involved in that situation that you'd really rather not have to cooperate with, but yet you find yourself in the position of feeling like you have to. And that particular area of life could be really any area of life, your career, it could be something relating to your home environment. Those things are determined rather by where the new moon falls in your horoscope, where it happens to be interacting with planets, it's forming aspects to, etc. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about that, I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all of which are available through my astrological services page, which you will find linked above if you want to schedule with me. But back to the moment at hand. Why are you still here? You haven't clicked that exit button. Well, maybe you were thinking about it after that little bit of shameless advertising that I just put out. But here you are. You're still watching. You're still engaging. Because there's something that you see yourself as potentially getting out of this. And that situation that you're in, there's something that you see yourself as potentially getting out of it. Truth be known, you may be finding yourself in a situation where you're going, it's better the devil that I know than the devil that I don't know. There's more stability offered in this situation than the other situation, which seems potentially unstable. Or maybe you can't leave the situation that you see as being unstable and stop dancing with the devil that you don't want to dance with because you don't have the stability in your life to do that just yet, right? In either instance, you're seeing the situation that you're engaging with is something that's going to bring you a level of security. It's going to bring you a level of stability. But you don't really enjoy it. It's interesting. We think, for the most part, especially when we're connecting with astrology, we think of relationships as being this really wonderful thing. With the new moon taking place in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, Purva Phalguni Nakshatra is what's known as a cruel and intense nakshatra, right? So even though it has connections with Venus, and even though it has connections with relationships and interacting, it generally tends to bring a level of tension. We find ourselves perhaps being a little bit, lackadaisical, sometimes even to a certain degree of melancholy, and we find ourselves having a hard time acting. In your own situation, you're likely finding yourself in a scenario where you're going, you know what, I'm disenchanted, but I'm so disenchanted that I can't seem to be able to find the enthusiasm to shift things in a direction that's going to extricate me from this situation that I'm involved in, that I don't really want to be involved in, and I don't really seem to have the enthusiasm to extricate myself from the person that I don't really want to be involved with anymore, and so you stay here. But you can make another choice. You can make the choice to summon the enthusiasm, to cooperate a little bit more with the person that you're working with or the person you're interacting with, or to cooperate a bit more with the situation that you find yourself in, albeit with the understanding that you're doing this because you want to change first the scenario that you're in for the benefit of all involved, and secondarily change your involvement in the situation in general, unless, of course, you find yourself along the way actually enjoying what you're involved in. But first steps first, you have to take that step of creating a greater level of stability before you can find yourself in the position of going, okay, I'm out of here, or okay, I'm staying here because the situation has improved. The first step is cooperating with what you don't want to cooperate with, and cooperating with the person whom you don't want to cooperate with. So take those first steps first. Recognize that whatever you're doing right now, even though it's something you may not want to do, you're doing for the reason of improving your life. And if you could use a little bit of help with whatever's going on in your life in association with this new moon energy, or even beyond, I do offer several different levels of astrological service, all available through the astrological services page of my website. If you're interested in scheduling with me, you can do that through the link that you'll find above. That's going to do it for this look at the new moon of the 6th and the 7th of September 2021 in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.